by the Associated Press on October 3, 2017. File in this February 26, 2017 file photo, host Jimmy Kimmel appears at the Oscars in Los Angeles. Late-night comics decried the Las Vegas mass shooting as a confoundingly repetitive American tragedy, with Jimmy Kimmel and Trevor lashing out at politicians who oppose gun control. They spoke out on Monday, October 2, the day after the worst shooting in modern U.S. history. Photo by Chris Pizzella and Vision app, Filet Las Vegas, the latest on the mass shooting in Las Vegas. All times local 3:10 p.m. Off-duty Las Vegas area firefighters who are attending the country music festival when a gunman opened fire on the crowd say they immediately started setting up makeshift triage operations with concertgoers bringing them gunshot victims. Firefighters Benjamin Cole and Anthony Robone say Sunday night's concert suddenly transformed into a horrific massacre. Cole says victims' injuries ranged from bullet wounds to sprained ankles. Most of those who were shot were hit in their heads or upper bodies. High-rolling gambler and retired accountant Stephen Paddock was shooting down on them from a 32nd floor hotel room. Robone says he taught people with no medical training how to use belts as tourniquets to stop victims from bleeding. Other people used poles and tarps make gurneys. Cole and Robone described their experiences to reporters on Tuesday, 2:25 p.m. Union officials say 12 off-duty firefighters were shot while attending a country music festival in Las Vegas, including 2 who were wounded while administering CPR to gunshot victims. Angelo Aragon, president of the Professional Firefighters of Nevada, said Tuesday that all the firefighters survived their wounds. Aragon said dozens of area firefighters were attending the event and about 150 from about 20 stations responded to help after the massacre. Several off-duty firefighters described sending loved ones away from the scene as they set up triage stations and taught concertgoers to help provide emergency care such using belts as tourniquets. Anthony Robone of the Henderson Fire Department said he did first aid on his older brother Nicholas, who was shot in the upper chest. The brother is in stable condition, ____2:20 p.m. Former First Lady Michelle Obama is expressing her condolences over the mass shooting that left 59 people dead at a concert in Las Vegas. She reflected Tuesday on how difficult it was for her and her husband to try to comfort the nation when such attacks occurred. Obama said her heart goes out to the victims and their families because too much of the job of being commander-in-chief is overseeing that kind of loss and not having a solution to offer the families. Obama was interviewed by television producer Shonda Rhimes at the Pennsylvania Conference for Women in Philadelphia. Some of the worst mass shootings in U.S. history occurred during former President Barack Obama's 8-year term, including the 2016 attack at an Orlando, Florida, nightclub that left 49 people dead and the 2012 massacre at a school in Newtown, Connecticut, that killed 20 children and 6 adults, ____2:15 p.m. The company that owns the Mandalay Bay Casino Resort is donating $3 million to help victims of the shooting in Las Vegas. MGM Resorts International on Tuesday announced the donation. Gunman Stephen Craig Paddock opened fire from a room at Mandalay Bay on a crowd of concertgoers. Mandalay Bay Chief Executive Officer Jim Murren said in a statement the company hopes the donation will make a difference to those who were harmed and those who are left behind. He says the company also wants to recognize first responders. The company says the money will fund humanitarian assistance to victims and organizations that help those who are first on the scene to assist in traumatic events. Longtime Las Vegas entertainer Wayne Newton and his wife donated $100,000 to a victims fund, ____2 p.m. Authorities say the gunman in the Las Vegas shooting put a camera in a food service cart outside his hotel room. Sheriff Joe Lombardo also said at a news conference Tuesday that he believes shooter Stephen Craig Paddock had set up cameras inside and outside his room to see if anyone was coming to take him into custody. He did not release further details. Paddock killed 59 people and injured more than 500 others when he opened fire Sunday night on an outdoor country music concert from a 32nd floor hotel tower. Hospital officials say 50 people remain in critical condition, ____1:45 p.m. Authorities say the gunman in the Las Vegas shooting set up cameras inside and outside the hotel room where he opened fire on the crowd at a country music concert. Sheriff Joe Lombardo said at a news conference Tuesday that he believes shooter Stephen Craig Paddock set up the cameras to see if anyone was coming to take him into custody. He did not release further details. The sheriff also said authorities had completed their investigation at the gunman's property in Reno, finding 5 handguns, 2 shotguns and a plethora of ammunition. Authorities say Paddock killed 59 people and injured more than 500 others when he opened fire Sunday night on an outdoor country music concert from a 32nd floor hotel tower. Hospital officials say 50 people remain in critical condition after being wounded. __12:50 p.m. The Las Vegas gunman, who killed nearly 60 people at a country music festival, worked as a letter carrier for the U.S. Postal Service, an IRS agent, and in an auditing department over a 10-year period. A spokeswoman for the Office of Personnel Management told the Associated Press on Tuesday that Stephen Paddock's employment included about 2 years as a mail carrier from 1976 to 1978. After that, he worked as an agent for the Internal Revenue Service for 6 years until 1984. And then he worked a defense auditing job for about 18 months. The information helped complete the timeline surrounding the 64-year-old Paddock's life. He graduated from college in 1977 from Cal State Northridge and also worked for a defense contractor in the late 1980s. __11:05 a.m. A concertgoer from Washington State says he hid under bleachers with his wife when shots rang out in Las Vegas and victims started falling to the ground. Jeff Bannerman told Como News Radio, "Just when you thought the thing was over, the rat-tat-tat would start again. So, we just absolutely were paralyzed underneath the bleachers." A man in front of Bannerman was shot and a garbage can that Bannerman had been leaning on was hit. Bannerman and his wife Deanna joined others trying to help victims who could not move, dragging them wherever you could to get them out of the way. He says he had blood on his hands and shoes, and one of the women he tried to help didn't make it. __944 a.m. More than a dozen investigators, most wearing jackets marked FBI and all in blue protective booties, arrived in unmarked sedans and entered the concert site Tuesday to pick through the scene for clues. The site inspection was visible by the Associated Press videographers from the 35th floor of the Mandalay Bay Tower, 3 floors above the suite where Stephen Craig Paddock launched his barrage and later killed himself. Authorities say 59 people were killed and more than 500 were injured Sunday night. Nevada Attorney General Adam Laxalt compared the scene with a war zone. Laxalt is a former U.S. Navy Judge Advocate General's Corps member. Shoes, baby strollers, chairs, sunglasses, purses. The whole field was just littered with things, Laxalt said Monday. There were blood stains everywhere. __824 a.m. Hospital officials say Tuesday that at least 45 people remain in critical condition after being wounded at a mass shooting at a Las Vegas music festival on Sunday. Sunrise Hospital has 33 people and University Medical Center has 12 people still in critical condition as of Tuesday morning. Authorities say Stephen Craig Paddock killed 59 people and injured more than 500 others when he opened fire Sunday night on an outdoor country music concert from a 32nd floor hotel tower. The motive is unknown. At Sunrise, a total of 68 people remain hospitalized out of the 214 initially admitted. Officials say 15 people have died there. Officials say a total of 60 people remain hospitalized out of the 104 who were taken to University Medical. 4 have died. __656 a.m. White House Press Secretary Sarah Huckabee Sanders has singled out a Philadelphia financial planner as a hero during Sunday night's mass shooting in Las Vegas. Sanders told reporters Monday that Mike McGarry lay atop younger people at the country music concert targeted by a gunman in a nearby hotel. McGarry told KYW-TV that he did it because, "I'm 53, they're in their 20s. I lived a decent life so far, I'd rather them live longer than me." McGarry didn't realize had been praised nationally because he was on a flight home when Sanders addressed the media. He says his wife, a registered nurse, was more of a hero than him, putting a tourniquet on one of those wounded. McGarry says, "We're just trying to help other people. I don't think I did anything spectacular." __615 a.m. President Donald Trump is calling the man who killed 59 people and wounded hundreds others at a music festival in Las Vegas a very, very sick individual. Trump spoke to reporters Tuesday as he departed for a trip to hurricane-ravaged Puerto Rico. He called the gunman demented and said, "We're looking into him very seriously." Trump also praised Las Vegas police, saying they had done an incredible job. Trump stressed that the shooting was a tragedy. Asked about gun laws, the president said, "We'll be talking about gun laws as time goes by." __445 a.m. Headliner Jason Aldean took to social media to speak to fans a day after a gunman opened fire during his set at a country music festival. Aldian wrote on Instagram that his heart aches for the victims and their families. 64-year-old Stephen Paddock rained bullets down on the tens of thousands of people who were watching Aldian perform. The attack killed 59 and wounded 527. The country star pleaded for people to stand together and stop the hate. Authorities have not yet disclosed a motive for the attack, ____12:15 a.m. Hospitals were overflowing with victims of a gunman who fired on a concert from the 32nd floor of a Las Vegas hotel. Emergency personnel scrambled to deal with the aftermath of a Sunday attack by 64-year-old retired accountant Stephen Paddock that would kill 59 and wound 527. Doctors say some of the gunshot wounds were so severe they knew they had come from high-powered weapons not usually seen on the street. Concertgoers described scenes of horror and heroism. One man grasped the hand of a dying stranger to comfort him as he died, unable to pull himself away despite the danger. Many carried the wounded to their own cars to drive to the hospital where they waited in lines of ambulances at emergency rooms.